This is actually one of my favourite songs on the album.
Okay.
Which, yeah, so that's why I was like really pushing for it to be a single, because I think it's really good. So with this one, and one of the reasons why I like it so much was because it was different for me in terms of the writing process than a lot of the other ones were.
Right.
Because normally I'll have an idea, whether it be lyrically or melodically, pretty much straight away with a song,
Right.
and then I'll just take it from there. Whereas with this one, I had nothing
Yeah.
for a long time.
Okay.
And I remember you guys were like egging me on to like get on with it and write something. And I can't remember exactly what I was doing at the time, but I had a lot of stuff going on, and so
Sure.
I wasn't in the right space to write.
Okay.
But you guys were like, the pressure was on to write for it.
Yes.
And I remember getting quite annoyed with you guys about that, and it influenced the lyrics that I ended up writing.
What line would that be? I'm sure I can't think of one.
So yeah, well, I mean the whole song started that way. It started basically with me because it was stuff that I never actually said to you guys. I just wrote lyrics instead.
Yeah, I don't remember any of these because I know this song very well. I don't remember. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just remember being in a place where I had loads going on. I didn't really have the time. I wasn't in the right mental space to write, but you guys really wanted me to. And I remember thinking to myself, wanting to say to you, like, just leave me alone. I'll get on with it. I know I'm quiet right now. I know I'm down right now, but that doesn't mean like it's not going to happen. It's not going to come back. It's not going to get finished. Yeah. And so that's where the whole I'm only healing when I'm down sort of thing came from. Because it's like, yeah, I'm down right now, I'm quiet, I'm silent, it's like I've gone offline. But that's because I'm getting myself ready to come back and be even better and stronger and like do all the things that I need to do. That's the kind of idea, that's where it came from.
Okay. See, that's very interesting because I have a completely different meaning to this song.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do, which is a good thing. I think it's good that everyone can take their own sort of take on it.
To be fair, that comes from me and my approach to music, like generally,
right.
Which is that I always view lyrics, for me, because I'm so bad at writing them, I always view them as rhythmic more than anything else.
Okay.
The thing that kind of always imprints on me when I'm listening to songs, when I'm writing songs, it's like I always I'll see colours or I'll feel like a story or something like that coming through. So this one, when I started writing the instrumental version of it, it was after a night out when I'd seen a girl that I liked at the time, and something bad had happened basically, and I was like really annoyed and very sober. Yeah, I wrote it the next day, and it was like literally the worst thing I've ever written. It was like some super like synthy. It was very similar to our other song, Scared, like the old version of it, but just a much worse version of it. So I took it down to Cornwall. I just took an acoustic guitar down and completely rewrote it. The only thing that remains is parts of the chorus. But this one, yeah, it's a very different thing. But I have different meanings for every song.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was an interesting writing process, that.
Yeah, but like I was saying, I think that's why, in the end, like when it was a finished product, I think that has something to do with why we all liked it so much enough to want it to be a single, because I feel like it was more, we all just put our own like creativity from loads of different places on it, whereas with a lot of them there's like a whole process, and it's really like formulated when we're writing songs, whereas this one was, at least for me, this one wasn't like that, because it was just I need to get these feelings out, let me just blurt them out however I can into this song, and then it became what it was.
But this one as well had probably the I would say like, it's up there with the most disjointed writing processes. We went through so many versions of this, and there were so many arguments about which part should be in, which part should go where. There are so many parts that were written and then ended up taking different roles, like the kind of breakdown bit in the middle where all the screaming, all the angry feelings come out. It's interesting now that I know that's about us. That's cool. I'm glad we're such good friends.
That's what inspired it. That's what started it. But then obviously I turned it into something else.
Yeah. No. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But yeah, like that for example was supposed to be like the whole thing was just envisaged completely differently, and I don't think anybody realised what the song was going to be until we got the first mix back.
Yeah, I agree.
It was very much like a punt, and we put parts together that we knew were good, and we knew there were good hooks in it, but we were sort of, I think with Jeff, the guy who mixed the album, we were sort of most interested to see what his kind of take on it would be, because we'd done pre-pro on it, but again, that was probably the one that in pre-pro we were like least sure, like the final colour that the song took was like almost like it could have gone a lot of different ways, and I think a lot of it came down to the production choices that we made with Jeff for the final version.
Yeah, I think so.
Whereas a lot of songs, a lot of other songs on the album were kind of basically finalised, and we basically knew what it was going to be when we got it back. It's just going to be a better version of what we already had.
Yeah.
But stories, but we're very pleased with that one.
Yeah.